All right, cockpit time. So we just came off of Active Directory in Windows, but setting up the equivalent of Active Directory in Linux is well beyond the scope of what we're after in this class. So instead, we'll shift our attention on the Linux side to monitoring our server. Server Manager kind of does a lot of this for you, but it doesn't give you as many charts and graphs as Cockpit does. So there's a little bit of crossover here. The idea of configuration management, right, changing policies and letting those flow down, is Ansible. So we could get close with it if we have time this semester. So it's not actually part of the curriculum, but if we have time and everybody's caught up and everything, then we'll cover that. And I can do that either way. So it's totally up to y'all. But this week, Cockpit. So we got a little bit of explanation to do, and then you guys are free to install. This one will be another pretty quick one. I think Active Directory was probably easy-ish because you've done it before. Cockpit will be even easier than that, but you're just looking for a few separate things. So I'm expecting that you're going to be doing the majority of your work from Linux Mint. Not directly on Linux Mint, but through SSH. So if you haven't installed OpenSSH server on Ubuntu server, you need to install one package. That package is OpenSSH server, just like that. So apt install that thing, and that will take care of the requirement there. Now, log in with your user at hostname. So here's the deal, right? Like all of this, I require you to be using the actual host names of your boxes now. So username is whatever you set up on the Ubuntu server, and host name is going to be its name in DNS. So first time you do that, ECDSA key fingerprint is going to come out. It's basically saying this is the identity of the server. Are you sure you want to do this? And the idea with that is that the next time you connect up to it, it won't ask you because it'll already have that fingerprint. But if that fingerprint ever changes, it will remind you. And the reason for that is that they want you to be aware if anything changes on that server that makes it look like any other kind of server or a different server than the one that you were connecting to before. They want you to know that so you don't accidentally type your password into there. And then the command. So give me a screenshot of the SSH command and the prompt of Ubuntu 18. But what I'm looking for here is I want to see that from Linux Mint. So like in Linux Mint, open up a terminal, SSH into Ubuntu, give me a screenshot of being logged into Ubuntu within a terminal in Linux Mint. Right, so that's what I'm after there. Then apt install all that junk. And then I'm looking for apt list Cockpit. I just want to see all the Cockpit packages you've installed. Then still in Linux Mint, open up Firefox. And what you're going to want to do is whatever the Ubuntu hostname is, again, :9090. So Cockpit runs on a separate port, not 80, not 443, which would be the defaults. Right? This is why you don't have to type in google.com:9090. Google servers listen on port 443. So since that's not the case with Cockpit, you have to specify 9090. Accept that HTTP certificate. So it's basically going to tell you that the certificate's not valid because it's self-signed. Just accept that. That is okay. And this is going to be the same as that fingerprint. As long as you save it, then Firefox will remember. If it ever changes, it will go through that same process again. So when you log in to Cockpit, check this box. This one will make sure that as you log in, you are acting as admin. You get a few more options as admin than you normally would. So normally you would log in without that box checked, right? You're just monitoring. You're just looking at other servers. You're just asking logs, or you're looking into logs, things like that. So yeah, you've got root once you get logged in. So you can do a lot of things. So be careful what you're doing. Take snapshots, right? Then go to storage. And then give me the information regarding the root partition. And so at this point, you're just like running around finding information. So you've pretty much done most of the lab at this point. You're really just gathering info. So go to Services, click on the System Services tab, find Bind, and verify that it's running, loaded, and enabled. Then verify that all the zones are configured and loaded. You'll see that in the log. And then take a screenshot of that page, right? So make sure that all of that stuff is showing up. If it says that your zone is not loaded, right, points start flying off. Then back in the same original services, systems and services, and then system services tab, look for the DHCP server. Same thing. Verify it's running, loaded, and enabled. And verify that there have been acknowledgements and requests. Take a screenshot. Head to the software updates section and make sure that you're updated. Right? Click on that updates button. It'll apply all the updates, and then take a screenshot. And then still in Cockpit, don't get confused here. Still in Cockpit, go to the terminal section. Then run the sudo apt-auto remove command to clean up your system a bit. It's going to remove packages that are no longer linked or needed anymore. And then show me the results. Or wait, yeah, take a screenshot of the results and yeah, remove any linking or anything like that with AutoClean. Take a screenshot of that too. So you'll have, in number 8, you'll have 2. And then finally, navigate to the Systems section and take a screenshot of the page. This is the pretty one. It's got all the graphs on it. It's nice. And then dump all those into a document, submit them up. That's the deal. Don't skip any. It hurts a little bit if you skip any, so don't do that. This one's an easy lab overall. Get all the points you possibly can, especially if you've missed stuff in the past. This will help kind of shear some of that up. So Active Directory then, and Cockpit now. After this, we're going to be doing... Oh, that's right. This is how I'm doing that. So we're gonna deal with SSH some more next week. That's right. This is gonna be our midterm. It's not a midterm. It's not a midterm grade. It doesn't count as a midterm or anything like that. It's just another lab. You know, and this is just gonna be during midterm week, but it is not a midterm. It'll be counted as anything else. So. Anyhow, there's your midterm prep. There's your current prep. Now I'll get to work. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. Come by, call me, send me a Slack message, email. You know the drill. All right. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it.